named Victoria. In her industry, high-tech things were made. She was working here today. She had been looking for something for a long time. Then her scientist says that we will not find the thing here. A very big thing is broken in front of them, from which we see a device made in the shape of a beetle, whose name is beetle scarab, which is actually an alien technology. Beetle means the shape of an insect. Now we see a boy, Jaime, at the airport, who is returning after completing his law studies. At the airport, his whole family was waiting for him, and Jaime meets all of them. His uncle was a scientist, who was sitting in the car waiting for all of them. After which the whole family goes to a nearby hotel. Here Jaime's sister tells him that our situation is very bad, in which our house is also going to be sold. Dad has suffered a lot in business. Hearing this, Jaime got very worried. He says that you should have told me about this before. I would have come back then. At that time, his mom said, my son, we wanted someone educated from our family. That's why we sent you to teach law. Now that you've arrived after your studies now, everything will be fine. After which the family came back home. He says that I will do a good job very soon and earn so much money that I will take my family to a rich place. Then the next day, we see Jaime in front of a very luxurious house, where his sister says, come, Jaime, clean up. Actually, they were both doing a job here. And for now, this was the only job they had. In the meantime, Victoria came here with her guard, because this was her house. Now when Victoria moved forward, we see her niece whose name was Jenna. She gets very angry at her. Jenna shows her a video in which Victoria had made a high-tech device. When that device is put on a person, that person becomes a very powerful soldier. So powerful that the soldier alone can weigh the whole army and can work like a weapon. Jenna says that I am angry because of this project, because your work has progressed a lot on this. Although we had stopped this project years ago, and it was my dad's decision to stop it, because with the help of this device, a person will become like a weapon and will destroy the world. My dad didn't want to raise a destructive individual. Then why are you using this technology again? Victoria also gets angry at this. She says that I ran this company after your dad. You only have a share in this company. How to run it is my job. I know better. I don't want you or your mother to interfere in my work. Then Jaime came here, who speaks in their argument. Now Victoria does not like this, that a servant got into our matter. That's why she fires Jaime and his sister. When both the siblings came out of the house and started waiting for the car, then Jenna comes to them. She says to Jaime that forgive me. Your job is gone because of my actions. Come to the office tomorrow. I will get you a small job. Saying this, she left from here. At night, Jaime talks to his dad and told him that I am pretty worried about the loss of your business. To which his dad says, no problem, son. This happens. The most important thing is the support of your loved ones. You have come back. So we are very happy about this. Hearing this, Jaime was satisfied. And he also gets happy. The next day, he got well prepared and reached their industry. And when he asked about Jenna, then he is told to wait. When the scientist was going for some work, then Jenna quietly steals his card and comes to his lab, where she finds the metal scarab. The core of the beetle scarab, that is, the main part, was to be removed by the scientist and put in the suit, so that all its powers go into the suit. Then Jenna puts the scarab in a box and quietly leaves the lab. And when she comes down, Jaime comes to her. Jenna tells him that I am in a hurry now. Let's meet later. Then the security alarm rings here. Jenna gives the box containing the metal scarab to Jaime and tells him to keep it with him. You don't have to open it, and you have to protect it more than your life. Saying this, she sends Jaime away from here, and she went ahead with the guards. Coming home, Jaime tells his family everything that happened to him, and he shows them that box. On this, his family was very confused, and they tell Jaime to open the box. Listening to them, Jaime also opened the box, from which he gets the metal scarab. That Jaime started looking very carefully. When he took it in his hand, the scarab started shining, and suddenly it turns on and sticks to Jaime's face. Seeing this, all the family members got very scared, with which Jaime's body suddenly started changing in a horrible way. The suit starts getting on his body, and now he has become a Blue Beetle, which is also the name of this movie. And now the suit completely covers Jaime. From inside the suit, his assistant's voice starts coming, who is actually a technology. She says, Jaime, I have chosen you to become Blue Beetle, and now you get ready to see my powers. Saying thins, she flies over Jaime and takes him to the sky. And suddenly he comes back to the ground, where a bus was coming in front of Jaime, i.e. Blue Beetle. This assistant increased the powers of this suit. He was activated with its full power, because of which the bus breaks into two pieces due to collision. This assistant tells Jaime how to use the Blue Beetle suit. After telling him everything, she brought him home. By then, that suit had disappeared from Jaime's body. There were no clothes on his body now. And because he was very tired in all this, that's why he falls unconscious there too. After a lot of hours, When he came to his senses, he was fine. When he felt strange behind him, he checked his back, where the beetle scarab was stuck to his back. Seeing this, he was very nervous. I will talk to Jenna about this, which he said and left the house. After a while, he sees Jenna running out of the industry, where there were some people behind her. Jaime quickly puts her in the car, but the people behind them started shooting at their car. To get rid of them, Jaime starts driving fast, and now he started going to his house. Both come home and meet everyone. Now Jenna asks Jaime where the scarab is. Then he shows her his back and says, "Look, it's fixed here. It's stuck." Seeing this, Jenna was very surprised. Then she says that it is stuck because it looks like a beetle, and this is the beetle scarab, which my dad used to use before. But suddenly he disappeared, and I think he's no more here. But when he was alive, he turned off this technology. But my Aunt Victoria started using this technology again, because she knows that the beetle scarab's core has a lot of power. My dad didn't agree with this. He opposed this, because he believed that the beetle scarab would choose the person who would become the Blue Beetle, and would be entitled to use its powers. And this time, Beetle chose Jaime. Jaime says that I don't want this. I have to get rid of this beetle scarab. Tell me a solution. On which Jenna says that I have a solution. But for that, I have to go to a place. The place where the key is in my company. But it is dangerous to go there. On which Jaime's uncle, who is a scientist, tells her that I have made such a device, with the help of which I can hack all the systems of the entire building and do it in my control. After that, all the camera systems of his company are hacked, and a cartoon starts running there. In the meantime, Jenna got a chance to get inside. She steals a watch from the company and comes out with Jaime. Victoria's guard was standing outside, who started coming towards them to kill them. As soon as he put his hand forward to attack, Jaime grabs his hand, and suddenly his suit got activated, and he became a Blue Beetle again. That's why he hits the guard and throws him away. Seeing this, the guard also came in his real form. Actually, Victoria had also given him a suit. It also gets activated and gets on his body. He again attacks the Blue Beetle. Simultaneously, he carried out numerous attacks, all of which were stopped by the Blue Beetle with his powers. But there comes a time when the guard starts hitting the Blue Beetle. He grabs the beetle, and he was about to kill him. That's when Jaime's uncle came here with a car. He hits the guard hard with the car, because of which he fell quite far. Seeing this opportunity, the three quickly sat in the car and left. Jenna tells them that now we have to go out of the city. As soon as they came out of the city, they went to the other house of Jenna's dad, where there was a very big beetle on the ground. Seeing that, Jenna, through the watch in her hand, opens the secret passage made by the beetle, and the three come down. Coming here, it was found that the first Blue Beetle was Jenna's dad. He was the first to use the powers and technology of the beetle scarab. Now seeing everything here, Jaime's uncle was quite impressed, and he starts understanding the technology of the beetle scarab, according to which, if the scarab joins someone with it, he cannot be separated. So obviously, this beetle scarab cannot be separated from Jaime. It joins every cell of that person, and if this happens, Jaime may die in it. Hearing this, Jaime gets very angry. He left there and sat on the roof. After a while, his uncle also sat next to him, and keeps explaining to Jaime that the power you have got with the help of Jenna is very good. The powers that people crave, you got it easily. Then Jenna also came to the roof. She sees that a high-tech plane flew from the city and is now coming towards Jaime's house. She was suspicious. She told this to Jaime and his uncle. These people see that there are a lot of people on the plane, and there are a lot of soldiers outside their house. Seeing this, Jaime understood that we are going to have a problem. He was worried about his family, so he started screaming to help them, so that his suit turns on. But it does not happen, by which Jaime understood that this suit activates only by seeing me in trouble. That's why he jumps from there. Now he did not fall down and die. That's why Blue Beetle was activated as soon as it came in the air. And as soon as he becomes Blue Beetle, he moves forward from there. Victoria and her guard were on the high-tech plane. The soldiers below were entering and taking everyone out of Jaime's house. But then Jaime, i.e. Blue Beetle, came flying there, and by beating all the soldiers with his fists, he flew them, and tells his family to run away from here. Now Blue Beetle's assistant activates a very big machine gun, thinks of flying all the soldiers together, on which Blue Beetle tells her that we do not kill them, we just hurt them. Saying this, he activates his powerful machine, and hits everyone and makes them unconscious. On top of that, Victoria's guard stands targeting at Blue Beetle, so that he can wake up in a single attack. On the other side, Beetle was also ready, but then Beetle saw that my dad was being attacked, so he came to him quickly. Taking advantage of this, the guard weakens Blue Beetle with his technology and captures him. So now he was not able to do anything. His dad was dying in front of Blue Beetle, and then a blast from behind blows up his entire house. After which the guard takes Jaime who had come out of Blue Beetle, flying in the plane, and takes him with him. After they went, the whole family came here. They see that Jaime's dad is no longer there. He has died. The next day came, where, because of his dad's death and Jaime's departure, everyone was very worried. Grandma gathers everyone and says that we have to save Jaime somehow. In any case, do not lose him. On which Jenna replies that in this mission, I will also support you completely. After saying this, Jenna took them to another place of her dad, where her dad had also made a beetle plane, in which they sit and leave from here. In the plane, Jenna gives them all the high-tech weapons made by her dad, in which Jaime's grandmother takes a machine gun. Then they see a fort made on Victoria's Island, and Grandma makes a plan that we will distract those enemies first, and if we have to kill them, then we will kill them. Then we will go inside and save Jaime. There Victoria had hung Jaime upside down, because she was going to take out his beetle technology and put it into her guard. Here Jaime asks for help from the scientist. On this, he replies that sorry, I can't help you. The scientist says that Jaime can be killed in this thing. On this, she replies that it doesn't matter to me. Meanwhile, the fort is attacked by the beetle plane. Then Jaime's uncle puts him down and starts again, with which he attacks them so powerfully that he started climbing up. His feet came out, under which he crushed all the guards. And then he releases the gas and makes everyone conscious. Now these people came inside, where Jenna, by finding the way to the lab, started walking in the same direction. In front of them, a machine like a very big core comes. And this is the same machine through which the technology of the Blue Beetle was being taken out and sent inside the guard. The process started. Due to the powers, Jaime started suffering in his own mind, and he goes to a different world while thinking about something, where he saw his dad. When Jaime sees him, he becomes very emotional. But Jenna and Jaime's sister put bombs all over the core, where this transfer was being done. Now Jaime and his dad were feeling the effect of powers. His dad says, son, you still have work to do in the world. In the real world, you have to save everyone. My task is ended here. That's why I have gone away from you. And now, son, I want to see you move forward. Saying this, he shows him the Blue Beetle suit and started saying, son, you use its powers and save the world. I will always feel you in your heart and will make you feel my presence. Saying which, he disappears from here. Now, this place started breaking because it was being destroyed. Before everything becomes destroyed, Jaime touches his Blue Beetle suit at the right time, where all his powers and technology were taken out of him and put in the guard. And now the guard was ready with his new technology. But before Jaime dies, Jenna makes a blast there, due to which the entire core machine is destroyed, because there was a big explosion there. And as soon as this happened, Jaime was freed from their captivity. He started trying to activate his powers, on which the assistant says that it will take some time for the Blue Beetle to activate, because it is not charged. Now from here, the scientist helps Jaime to run away. And when the guard found out about this, he killed the scientist. Jaime runs away from there. And the guard who was absolutely ready with his suit. He could use any of his weapons. And Victoria was very happy to see him like this. Jaime was running because there was less energy in his suit. That's why a lot of guards come to kill him. Then at the right time, Grandma comes here with a machine gun. She flies all the guards and saves Jaime. They started running again. And whoever was coming in the way, Grandma was killing everyone with the machine gun. There, Victoria had caught Jenna, and she took her with her. Jaime's sister, shield and punches. She was fighting with the guard by the punching technology, and now the Blue Beetle suit is also activated on Jaime, because it was also charged now. That's why he fights all the guards, and he attacks them and beats them badly, but then the guard comes by wearing his suit, and he attacks the Blue Beetle. He flew him into the air, and now the two started beating each other there. First of all, both were dominating each other, but then the guard beats Blue Beetle a lot, after which they fought and came back to the fort, and here they were fighting each other greatly. Now here, Jaime's uncle hits the guard's head. That's why he hits a bomb near his uncle in response, and he got injured a lot. Seeing this, the Blue Beetle got very angry. Now he uses all his powers and attacks the guard, and sharp lights started coming out of him. There, Victoria tells Jenna that I have downloaded the Blue Beetle core on my mobile, with the help of which I will now make a suit in millions, and there will be no one to stop me. Now Jenna got angry hearing this, and she spits out the beetle technology chew gum, with which it started spreading everywhere. After doing this, Jenna beats the guards a lot. Below, the Blue Beetle had beaten the guard a lot and made him feel bad. He was about to hang him down and slit his throat. At that time, the assistant forbids him to do this and reminds him of the principle of not killing anyone. Crying over it, Jaime said that he first killed my dad, and then he injured my uncle with a bomb, and now I will take revenge on him. Hearing this, the assistant shows him the life of the guard, that he used to stay with his mom, but one day, his mom died in a missile attack. Because he was left alone, so he forcibly joined the army. One day, due to touching his feet with a bomb, the guard's entire body was destroyed. When Victoria found out about this, she took advantage and used the guard in her experiment. She gave him a new body, after which he started driving him in her own ways. Now whatever the guard does, Victoria is behind him. So now Jaime leaves him without saying anything. There Jenna breaks her Aunt Victoria's phone, due to which her phone was destroyed. Now she did not have the technology of the Blue Beetle, so now she will not be able to make a dangerous suit. Now the guard goes to Victoria, where she orders him to go and kill Jenna and the Blue Beetle. But this time he does not do that. In fact, he catches Victoria, remembers his mom, and destroys his suit. Seeing this, Jenna and Jaime quickly come and sit in the beetle plane. There was a big explosion there, in which along with the death of the guard and Victoria, the entire fort was also destroyed. While all those people sat in the beetle plane and left there, Jaime sees that my uncle did not die, but was saved. So seeing him, Jaime becomes very happy. After a few days, it was shown that after Victoria's death, now, Jenna is going to run this industry. She tells in the news that I stop wrongdoings in the company, I will run the company on the right path. Now Jenna came to the house, who says that I have bought this whole place to help you all. I'm giving you this place as a gift. You can spend a good life here. Hearing this, the whole family becomes very happy. Now when Jenna was going from there, then to leave her, Jaime also came with her. He talks to her about his heart that I love you. Will you marry me? Hearing this, Jenna becomes very happy, and by saying yes, both hug each other. Now here Jaime's blue button suit has been activated again, with which both fly in the air and go very high, and started enjoying this visit a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future videos. Thank you for watching.